Good day, students! In this video, you will learn to divide a polynomial by another polynomial using both synthetic division and long division method. Before we get started, if you are new to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for you to be updated with my latest uploads. Alright, let's get started. Let's recall how to do both methods using this example. 5x to the power of 4 minus 4x squared plus x plus 6 divided by the quantity of x minus 3. Remember that we have conditions to consider before we can use synthetic division, and that is the divisor must be in the form of x minus r where it has a leading coefficient of 1. In applying synthetic division, we have to write the terms of the dividend in a way that degrees are in descending order. Just like this. 5x to the power of 4 plus 0x to the power of 3 minus 4x squared plus x plus 6. Since the numerator does not contain all the powers of x, you must include a 0 coefficient for the x to the power of 3 as shown on top. So as you can see, now we have a term with uh with a degree of 3. So if you're going to check the degrees, it's now in descending order. So we have to the power of 4, to the power of 3, to the power of 2, to the power of imaginary 1, and 6 with 6 as our constant. Now, for the second step, we have to equate the divisor x minus 3 to 0, and that will give us x equals 3. So we have to put the constant 3 on the left side of the bar, and then we write down the coefficients of the dividend. So we have 5 from 5x to the power of 4, 0 from 0x cubed, negative 4 from negative 4x squared, and 1 from x, and of course the constant 6. Then we now proceed with the third step, and that is to bring down the first coefficient 5. After that, we multiply the first coefficient 5 by the constant 3 at the left side of the bar. So 5 times 3, that is 15. After multiplying in the diagonals, add the column. So again, we have 3 times 5, 15, and 0 plus 15, that will give us a sum of 15. Then we now multiply the sum 15 with the constant 3 on the left, and then that's 3 times 15, 45, and add the column negative 4 plus 45, that will give us a sum of 41. So remember the acronym MAMA, it stands for multiply, add, multiply, add. So meaning to say you have to multiply the diagonals and add the columns. So we repeat the same procedure until all coefficients in the dividend are used up. So again, we have bring down 5. 5 times 3, that's 15. You add 0 plus 15, 15. Multiply again 15 with 3. So that will give us a product of 45. Add the column negative 4 plus 45, that's 41. And then multiply the 41 again with a constant 3 on the left. So that will give us a product of 123. Add the column 1 plus 123. The sum is 124. And multiply the 124 with 3. That will give us a product of 372. And make sure to add 6 plus 372, and that is 378. Alright, this time we write the quotient. The numbers in the bottom are coefficients of the power of variable x in descending order, starting with the power that is 1 less than that of the dividend. So the quotient is 5x to the power of 3, since the highest degree in the example is to the power of 4. So basically 4 minus 1, that would give us a difference of 3. So we begin with a degree of 3. So 5x to the power of 3 plus 15x squared plus 41x plus 124 plus the remainder, 378 over x minus 3. Remember to place the remainder over the divisor. Alright, so let's try to solve the same problem using a different method, and that is long division. So again, we have here the quantity of 5x to the power of 4 minus 4x squared plus x plus 6 divided by the quantity of x minus 3. So we need to maximize the space because from the term itself, it's going to be a long solution. So we draw here the long division symbol. Okay, I'm sorry for my line. And then we put inside the dividend. So 5x to the power of 4. Take note, class, there is no term with an exponent that has a degree of 3. So we need to fill in the missing term by putting here 0x to the power of 3. And then we continue with negative 4x squared, extend, plus x plus 6. Okay, and we put the divisor x minus 3 here on the left side. X minus 3. There you go. As you can see, the terms in the dividend are now in descending order according to its power. So we have to the power of 4, to the power of 3, to the power of 2, to the power of imaginary 1, and our constant 6. We now proceed with identifying our first term in the dividend, which is 5x to the power of 4, and our first term in the divisor, which is x. Okay, so we divide the 5x to the power of 4 with the first term in the divisor, which is x. So 5x to the power of 4 divided by x, that is 5x to the power of 3. You have to recall quotient rule of exponent. So where do we put the 5x to the power of 3? Of course, here on top of the term with the same power. No. So we have 5x to the power of 3. Okay. And after that, we multiplied this coefficient, this term with uh, our terms here in the divisor. So 5x cubed times x, that's going to be 5x to the power of 4. 5x cubed minus 3, so that's negative 15x to the power of 3. Okay, so this is where we subtract. But take note, in subtracting polynomials, we have this so-called keep, change, wherein we keep everything in the minuend. We proceed from subtraction, we proceed to addition, and we change all the signs in the subtrahend. So the positive 5x to the power of 4 now becomes negative 5x to the power of 4. And the negative 15x cubed now becomes positive 15x cubed. So 5x to the power of 4 plus negative 5x to the power of 4. So obviously that's 0. We don't have to put 0 here anymore. Now we proceed with 0x cubed plus 15x cubed. Of course, that's positive 15x to the power of 3. Then we bring down the next term, which is negative 4x squared. Okay, Then we divide the first term of the partial dividend to the divisor. So we have 15x to the power of 3 divided by x. So that's basically 15x squared. And where do we put it? Of course, on top of the term which has the same power as it. So we have plus 15x squared. You multiply it again with the terms in the divisor. So 15 times x, 15x squared times x, that's 15x cubed. 15x squared times negative 3, that is negative 45x squared. Okay, so that's subtraction. But remember the keep change. Keep everything in the minuend, change the minus to plus, and change all the signs in the subtrahend. Okay, and then we proceed to addition. 15x cubed plus negative 15x cubed, 0. No need to write it here. Negative 4x squared plus positive 45x squared. So that's basically 41x squared. Okay, so you try to see which one has a greater value. That's 45. What's the sign of your 45? Positive. So the sign of your answer is also positive. Then you bring down the next term, and that is x. 41x squared divided with the first term of your divisor. So 41x squared divided by x. So 41, there's an imaginary one here. 41 divided by 1, 41. X squared divided by x, keep the base x, and then subtract the exponent, so you have imaginary 1. So, sorry. So you have to put here plus 41x. Align with the term which has a degree of, which has a power of 1 as well. So multiply the 41x. Do not include the 5x cubed plus 15x squared. Just the 41x alone. Multiply it with the terms in the divisor. So 41x times x, that's 41x squared. 41x times negative 3, that is negative, no, negative 123x. Okay, so there's subtraction symbol, but remember the keep change. Keep everything in the minuend. From subtraction, you proceed to addition and you change all the signs in the subtrahend. So this one becomes negative, this one becomes its opposite, and that is positive. So let's add, no? Let's add these numbers in each column. So this is 0, no need to write it. X plus 123x, that's 124x. Positive 124x. And we bring down finally the last number, not the last term in the dividend. So 124x plus 6. And again, we divide the first term in the partial dividend with the first term in the divisor. So 124x divided by x, that is 124 only. Because x divided by x is just basically 1 divided by 1. And that's just 1. So 124 times 1 is 124. So where do we put the 124? Since it's a constant, we also put it on top of, align with the constant in the dividend. 124 times x. Remember, not divided by, but multiply. 124 times x, that's 124x. And then 124 times 3. So if I'm not mistaken, 124 times 3 is 366. Am I right? Times 3. Yes. So it's 372. Sorry. So it's negative 372. Why negative 372? Again, 124 times negative 3. So it's negative 372. Alright, we draw this one. Then minus. So keep everything in the minuend. From subtraction, proceed to addition. Change all the signs in the subtrahend. This one becomes positive. 6 plus 372. This is basically 0. Okay, so no need to deal with this. 6 plus 372, that is 378. And as you can see, class, there's no more, how do you call this one, term that we can bring down here. So this 378 will be our remainder. Okay, since there's nothing that we can bring down, 378 will be our remainder. And how do you write the final quotient? Okay, let me erase this one. Let me erase everything here so that we can write the final quotient, including the remainder. So we have 5x to the power of 3. I'll write it in red. Sorry. So we have 5x to the power of 3 plus 15x squared plus 41x plus 124 plus 378. That's our remainder, but you always have to write it, no, over the divisor, x minus 3. It's only the remainder that will be divided by the divisor. The rest, no, since this is our quotient, so there's no need to write it over the divisor. So we have here 5x cubed plus 15x squared plus 41x plus 124 plus the remainder, which is 378 divided by x minus 3. There you go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to give it a like if it helped you understand synthetic and long division method. See you on my next video.